Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. You know you like that. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Hey, hey, welcome back, guys. Hi, you guys. I know that I'm late tonight. I'm showing up at 10 p.m. Yo, yes, yes, guilty as charged, but I was struggling to come on here because I'm like, am I ready to speak about our top three? I'm talking about the most loved housemates of the season. As people will fondly call them, the diamonds of the season. I'm talking Koi, Imisi, and Dede. You guys, to be honest, these three definitely had us talking every other week. There is no week that will not come out here to speak about Koi, Imisi, or Diddy. These three people, they are the topic every single week, at least once. Even though you don't talk about them all the time, back to back, you get to talk about Imisi, Coin, and Dede at least once every week. So I'm going to say that whether they did too much, whether they did so little, they actually left, their names in our mouths throughout the season. And I'm here to speak about them. Okay, just in case you do not know, I've been speaking about all the housemates of the season, and tonight I'm wrapping it up with our top three. And I've titled this video, Why the Audience Love Them. Yes, we know that the audience loved them because it showed on the voting polls where they were consistently top three from week one till the end. Consistently top three. So, yeah, people loved it. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about why. Let me start by asking you that is watching this video. Are you an Imisi fan? Are you a Coin fan? Or are you a Diddy fan? Let me know in the comments why you love them, why you decided to, love this particular person, whoever you have chosen that you like. Tell me why you actually like them, what drew you to them, what stood out for you, what moments, made you fall in love with them. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about that. While I start, who do I start with? Any, mini, miny, more. Any, mini, miny, more. Any, mini, miny, more. Let's talk about Imisi first. Our winner. Odogunwake. Odogunwake. Okay, she's not a woke. Odogun one name. No, she's not a one name. Odogun wine. Yes, Odogun wine. So, Imisi, you guys, from day one, right? When Imisi climbed that stage and they started obule, obule, to do, I started laughing. Imisi made me laugh so much. Then she crowned it all up when she got into the house and then she greeted the rest of the housemen. Ekuleo. I say, this girl don't kill me. This girl don't kill me. Ekule okay. Ekule that what? Ekule in Big Brother's house when they say no speak language. Ekule, Ekule. And then she took off her wig. I'm just like, who are you, sis? Who are you? She definitely made a statement with her entrance that night. And of course, the rest of the world also saw that entrance. And from that moment on, she was a person of interest. And Imisi, from week one, Imisi was already showing us how she's not going to fit in. She's not here to fit in. She's going to do her thing, be her person, be the person that she is. And in the last week, when Ebuka came into the house and was asking them several questions, she opened up and talked about how she had four personalities. It's giving glass. It's giving. What's the name of that movie that the guy has seven personalities inside him? There was a part one and then the part two is glass. Remind me of the name of the movie if you remember it. That was what he was giving. But she talked about having four personalities and how it is her person. That's who she is. And much later, watching her for 10 weeks, we got to see and understand those four personalities. I guess I'm going to try to list every one of them if I can. But from week one, Imisi started, showing how, first of all, she was really funny. She was very funny. Imisi was so big brother, please, I'm begging you, give us normal manual blender. I said, which one be this? Big brother, I'm not wearing my mic because I'm going to take my bath. Big brother, Egu, Egu, Imisi will be shocked. What are you shocked about? Why are you shocked? Imisi was so funny, right? And then there's the funny part of Imisi. I'm going to call that one character. Then there is the spiritual Imisi where you see her with her white garment, and then she'll be singing all those her songs. She'll be in her zone, in her head. Just feels like she's in another realm and she's in tune with her spirit, something like that. There is that Imisi. And then there is the mischievous Imisi that will hide spoon. The mischievous Imisi that will be doing stuff and bending her mouth and do very mischievous. And then finally, there is the talented Imisi. The talented Imisi that will act well. The talented Imisi that will try to sing. The talented Imisi that will, be a comedian. The talented Imisi, that can sew. She's a tailor, a fashion designer. So there is these personalities. And it was very, very interesting to see all these personalities show in the house. And it is no wonder that a lot of people got to like her and fall in love with her. But there's something that I didn't quite get about Emisi, which is the fact that it looks like she didn't want to understand anyone else except the way she had seen things. If Emisi sees things in this way, and you tell her that no, this is not how it should be, or I think this is the better way to do it, Emisi will not agree. Emisi is going to do it exactly how she sees it, exactly how she pictures it in her head. And it's quite crazy because in as much as when it comes to tasks in her group, she hardly ever, tries to fight to impose her ideas on people or whatever. She tries to follow and let people take the lead. But when it comes to like general stuff in the house, Imisi is always very adamant. She doesn't want to, take what the general house is saying. Oh, let's cook together. No, I'm going to eat my food. People don't eat pepper. I eat pepper. I want to cook my food myself. Imisi will still come. It's same Imisi that will say, oh, why should you share the things like that? No, that's not how it should be shared. No, I don't want to understand this way. No, I don't. And I'm just like, let me see, everybody cannot be mad. Can you just listen? Can you just? But then that was kind of, curbed in when she and Kola became close, and Kola was talking to her, coming from a place of love, and she did a lot of things and let a lot of things go because Kola spoke to her. So yes, that's Imisi for you. So, but in general, all in all, Imisi is actually a sweet person. We could see how she looked out for Kola and how she was very, very free and close to all of the housemates when they got to understand her, when they saw that, okay, all these things, they're just, they don't hold water. She's just free spirited. A lot of the housemates got to understand her and, stay friends with her. She was able to build some sort of friendship with the housemates, even though she looks like the one that was controversial and fighting with a lot of people, you know. Somebody say coin for sure. I'm a proud diva, though I'm more of a delicious than devastated diva. Okay, please help me explain what that means. I don't know which one is the delicious and which one is devastated diva. I don't know. Please explain. I would like to know. Then let's move on to talk about who should we talk about now? Let's talk about coin while you are explaining the difference between the delicious and devastated. Coin! Oh my god! Superstar coin, you guys. I not go lie. From day one, I liked Coin. First of all, he was the first male housemate that entered the house on Sunday. So from that his intro, when he said, what are you bringing? He said, I will give them Ogba 200, vibes 100, street vibes 100. What else did he say? It was remarkable. It was very memorable. So I really, really enjoyed Coin's entrance. It was so nice. It was a good way to start the show. And I said it, I think I said it in my very first video when the guys came in. I was like, the first guy that he brought in definitely was a good way to start the show. I was sold on him. And then he got into the house, and we I think was it the next day, the very next day that he started crying or something. And I'm like, okay, he was losing me there. And then I think within those days, him and Imisi did not started doing like they wanted to get into a ship. You guys, I don't know if you remember, but Imisi and Coin, they were very close. It was looking like they were getting into a ship. Is on my page. I made a video. I was like, these are the people that are looking like they want to form a ship, and Coin and Imisi were the people that I put together. So that dynamic actually interested me. I picked interest in that, and then moving on, that dinner now happened on day three. I think it was day three. The dinner happened, and then there was this is viral moment. Even though I watched it live and I really enjoyed it for a bit, it went viral. And when we started seeing it all over social media, where he was singing Abena, Abena, dun, 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 Abena, police, police, yeah, police, you don't take in my heart, they go, police, and he was leading the entire house, dancing, looking at the mirror. That was also really, really beautiful to see. And then Thursday came, they had their pool party, and Coin just started bringing the vibe, bringing the energy. And yeah, he was just this cute little boy that, you know, was just really good to look at. And much, much later, him and Dede's dynamic just started. Yo, when him and Dede now started their dynamic, I'm like, oh, best friendship. There was just something cute about both of them together. How, it looks like he was looking out for Dede, and there was just how it was in the house. You would just warm up to him, you would just generally warm up to him. He didn't have any reason for you to not like him. Yes, that's what I'm going to say about Coin. There's no reason for you not to like him. First of all, he's cute, he looks good, just there, happy, always bringing the energy. There's just something about Coin, if you ask me, to be honest. And it's quite surprising that I'm not even finding the words to say tangible things about Coin. But I will say for sure that when it comes to talent, Coin is talented, you guys. Coin is definitely talented. Coin will sing songs from A to Z with the lyrics as though he is playing Shazam or he is in a karaoke. Coin will dance. I'm not just talking dancing at parties, because he brings his energy every time when it comes to parties, but he will also dance in the house, in tasks. Coin will also give his all when it comes to the arena. He's always trying to volunteer himself to do, okay, even if he's in a team, it's like, okay, how do we do it, how do we make it better, how can I come in, how do I contribute? And then you see him when it also comes to tasks that involves reading, writing. You also still see Coin giving it his best, reading through it, wanting to and one thing that was quite interesting about Coin's dynamic is that whenever you see him try his best, and then he will come so close to winning, whether it's a general task or an individual task, Coin will always come close and then he wouldn't win. I was so surprised about the fact that he didn't make so much of a big deal of it, because if it's me, I'm going to be like, something they do me. Which one be near success syndrome every time? I will come close and then I will not win. I'll come close and then I will not win. Do you know how many times he came close to winning HOH challenge or even the challenger game? But very close, always second or third, and then he will not win. But then through it all, he was still able to manage that type of situation that can send somebody into mental torture. He was able to manage it and still live happy. He will still go to parties after tasks that he was so close to winning. He will lose it to someone else. He will still go to the parties and he will still dance and bring his energy. So there is that. And then also how Coin will look out for everybody. It's not just Dede, it's not just Isabella and the people that he cared for, but even people who he seemingly doesn't necessarily have a relationship with. As far as they are going through stuff, Coin wants to be there for them. He will be there for Dede, Isabella, Mensan, Jason J, Rude Boy. He's just there for people, and it was just so, so good to see. Let me read the comments about Dede while I move on to Dede. Divas is divided into two. The delicious group are those divas that hype Dede and are sweet and calm with their words and actions at all times, while the devastated divas are those that defend throws and tags. And drags? Are you serious? Wow, this is interesting to know. Are you serious? Wow, okay, okay. You say you're more of the delicious than devastated. Okay, you guys, let's talk about Dede for a second. One of the things that I noticed about Dede is the fact that she was very mature for her age and for a Gen Z. She was one thing that Dede had was composure. Dede had composure, you guys. Dede, the things that Dede was taking in, that she was chesting, and things that she would carry with grace, there are things that me, I'm not going to be able to do it. I will blow out. I will crash out. I will scream. I will react. But then they will be like, oh, okay. 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 That's what they would do. And I'm just like, how is she even able to do that? You know, Dede is a proper Gen Z, right? Even, yeah, a proper Gen Z. But then Zita is also a Gen Z. But you can see the difference in their character traits. There was something about Dede that you could tell that she's she's well trained, in the sense that I'm not even talking about, oh, her parents raised her well whatsoever. No. She has trained her emotions. She has a tough skin. And it's not because she wants to be wicked whatsoever, but it's because she has understood the dynamics of life. And you will not understand Dede so much, but when you hear Dede speak in her diary sessions, you get to understand why she thinks the way she thinks and why she does the things she does. For example, she talked about how all her life, I think there are seven, maybe six in number, and all her life, her siblings have been the one giving her mom issues, and because she doesn't want to stress her mom, she decided that she was going to be that child that wasn't going to disturb her mom, that wasn't going to give her mom any issues. And she made sure of that by just doing the right things at all times, by just being the good child that will not be one of the reasons why the mother will be bothering her head. And it takes a lot for a 23-year-old person to have that level of maturity. So that was so good. That was such a good thing. And then when it comes to even, you know, um, um, behaving yourself, just being well put. She tried her best. She tried her best. Yes, she's in a relationship, but I bet that even if Dede wasn't in a relationship, I don't think she would be one of the girls that will go to that house and then she'll now be doing sheep, kissing everywhere, doing all these things. I'm not saying kissing everywhere and loving or whatever is bad, but the fact that people are going to watch you do these things is just how it's going to look. And she knows that. And even though she had kissed Kola multiple times in the house, we only got to see it once because she was still trying to be discreet about things that she was doing. Yes, oh, she's not giving us the energy. She's not, why is she hiding? Why is she pretending? Yada, yada, yada. But she's protecting her image, which is what any normal person will do. Even guys, they will come into the house, they will tell you, I don't want to come out here and have sex on national TV. Even Kola said that because he has home training. Yes, he will kiss, he will, mess around, drink alcohol, play around, but don't tell me that he will now come to TV and then be having sex and then he says reality TV. No, it's home training that made him come to that resolve. And that was what Dede did as well. Dede, on the other hand, she's quite dismissive. And to a large extent, it may look like a good thing or seem like a good thing, but it's not good for friendships, it's not good for relationships, and it's not good for relationships and to relate with people as a whole. because something is going on. I believe that one conversation will fix it. And no matter how bad it is, even though you don't get to stay friends or whatever, if you have a conversation, you will be able to fix it. But she has that thing of shutting people out and shutting people off and moving on so fast as though she doesn't need people. But we know that in this life, you need people. You need people. And if she continues like this, at every phase of her life, people who love her, who care about her and everything, she may come to the point where she realizes that people also start treating her exactly how she's treating them. And all the love and everything that they show her and everything, she's going to sort of make them start feeling like, oh, okay, you are the only one giving this energy. Because sometimes it's good to show a little bit of emotions. That's what I'm going to say to Dede. You see her trying to cry and she wants to shut it out, and then you see her patting herself at the back and all that. Sometimes let people do it for you. Let them pat you at the back. Sometimes let the tears go all out. Let them flow, and just be free. That's what I'm going to say. But all in all, Dede knows that she's fine and she's using her pretty girl privilege. And that's okay, you guys. That's okay. That's okay. So yes, that's what I think about this, guys. And I think from what I've just described is why a lot of the audience fell in love with these three housemates. Even from day one too, Dede was, she sold us with her uniqueness, her dress, that white lovely dress, and then her earrings. They will always look so girly. She would look like a blooming flower, from her fashion sense to just how unique she was in everything that she did, from her hairstyle to the earpieces to the outfits, always looking chic and beautiful. And I love the fact that she just stayed through to being the soft girl that she is. There was no obule in her. Obule, no matter how party they scatter. Yes, oh yes, there were times where she was dancing and all, but she was still a girl's girl. She was still girly. Some of us one day girly, but no work now. Agbero life 1 kilo. Wo swobi, wo. Oh my God, the Gen Zs of the season. Dede, Coin, Joanna, and Zita. Yes, right. Very true. Coin has told her that times without number. Yes, I'm telling you, she's quite dismissive. But yes, that's it. You tell me if I was right in my analysis. And you guys, it is a wrap for each and every one of these housemates. And I don't want to speak about. I know I've not spoken about Faith, but I've spoken about Faith a lot, about what I think about him, from his disqualification to many times about Faith. So I don't want to speak about Faith anymore. Not like I forgot about him. But yes, this wraps my time. Tell me if I did well with this, with my analysis, and if you enjoyed this series. If you want me to put this series in a playlist so that you can go and watch all the series, then you tell me as well. And then it is going to be on my page as well. So go and watch it. Okay. If you missed any of the housemates that I've spoken about, it's definitely on my page. So go and watch it. Okay. Thank you guys so much for working with me. Linda, I see you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Aiba Enimiete. Thank you so much, Ebika Bore. I see you. I love you guys. And until next time, I'm going to see you on the next one. Bye bye.